Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Buffalo Bills. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run it with Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Watch safety three. Watch team spell. Safety three. Hey, lady. 50, Mike's 50. I'm not ready.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
Go ahead, take a seat. You can't stop me.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something. Here we go. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
3rd and long. It's Darnold. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Aaron Lynch in there for sack number 22 on the year, and folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the 50, it's Darnold. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
19! 55! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Gun! Mike, 55! Right there in the middle, 55! You better be afraid of me! You better be afraid of me! 55 is Mike, guys, 55! Hey, tighten down, tighten down. Mike.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And finding Keelan Cole. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. On first down, they run with Howard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
I'm here all day.
On first down, Hilliard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Think he's got some unfinished business after taking that all the way down to the 1?
There's no doubt in his mind that he has unfinished business. How upset would he be, even though he won't show it, if the play call comes in, quarterback keeper, bootleg, maybe someone else carrying the football. He's done the heavy lifting. Let him take it across the goal line.
Sponge, 6'6", pull it high. Mike 9. Hey, we got get this.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
Check the backer. Check your hot read.
They'll try again with Howard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
On second down, it's Bell. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
Here we go.
It's a big run that time by Bell. 45 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 25-yard line. They'll give this to Bell running right. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
Mike, 50. Be a long day for you. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Staying open, staying open. Go, 80. He's coming. We got double up.
On second down, Smallwood. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Mike, 50. Watch run. Check. He's checking. Hey. Showing up. Check 52. Check. 80. Check.
They'll run with Smallwood. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Bell. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Well, you're down there really close, but just second quarter here. What are you doing?
Well, I know that your offense is looking at the sideline saying, let's go for it. But reluctantly, take them off the field and bring out the field goal kicker. A lot of time left in this game. Get 3 points on the board and go back to work.
Yeah, and you're within striking distance. It's not like you're down 30. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
On 1st, they go right back to Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
Bang, 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 bang. Hey, lady. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Now a first down carry by Bell. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
He's coming, lady.
Now Bell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Second and goal. The lone man in the backfield, Le'Veon Bell. He's going to get it running right. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Point after here coming up. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On second down, it's Howard, and he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. Brings up third and 1.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, I'm coming. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
Mike, 180. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Kill. Check 99. Check 99. Middle. General West. Hey, we got a seal.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll run on first down. It's Howard, and he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line.
Mike
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Quit talking about it. Smooth. Mike 9.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check. Crunch. Oh, 80. Cookies the mark. They can't hang with us. Hey, Mike's 50. X3. 218. Chopper. Quick. Check 9. What do you want? Yo, 80.
And that'll set them back 5.
Here we go, son. And 80. Right. Switch it. Come on, switch it. And 80. Hey, Orbit. Mike 50. Hey, let's get in them holes. Hey, check that.
On 2nd down, Darnold. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, Haywood. Banjo.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Jets will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, we got to seal. We got to seal. We got to seal. It's our time. It's our time. Mike 9. Mike 9. I'm scared. Mike 9. Mike 9. Hey, we got it. Middle. Mike over here. Mike 9. Mike 9.
Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Check three. Topper.
On 2nd down and 4. Allen, the throw taken in by Cole. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
80 weapons. Mike 9. Thank you. Pass 85. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Here we go, D.
On 2nd and a couple. Allen, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. C.J. Mosley, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
3rd down.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allen steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1 yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Ready? Rush in. Rush in. Check 13.
Again, it's Bell. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! A big play there. 84 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Darnold under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You got nothing with that.
Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Ellis. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan. And you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection. So you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure when they see an empty backfield. So you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion.
On 2nd down now, Hilliard, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Brown 80! Alert!
They'll run again with Hilliard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Check. Motion.
Running with Howard. Fights him off. just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. To the air, Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Ellis. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st down, Howard. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
Like 9. Middle. It's just me and you.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Hauschka adds the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
22, Bills 14.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
50, Mike's 50. Hey, check 43. Young lady. Check.
They'll go again with Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Blue draw Corker.
Darnold from the gun. Open man is Anderson. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 14-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
50, Mike, 50. Hey, exit. Check pass. Check 24. Check 80. Check 3. Check 3.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Here we go. Check safety. Red 80. Mike 50, Mike 50.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
Mike, 50. Man out. Red 80. 22 jet bomber. Slam.
On second down now, it's Bell. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now it's Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They go with Howard to begin the drive, and he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
They go with Howard again. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first down, Hilliard. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hilliard. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Howard. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Again, it's Howard. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also 4th down.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, let's go. Nine to Mike. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for our visitors, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop to 9-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.